Wow, amazing. Great profile. I request chairman and all the dignitaries join together and give a token of love to our chief guest. I know you are all eagerly waiting to hear the powerful and inspiring words from our honorable chief guest. It's my privilege to invite our chief guest, Dr. M.S.R. Dev sir, for interviewing our audience. Sir, please do the favor.
I request all of you to stand and clap, please.
Good evening, and thank you for the overwhelming address. Normally, we are tempted to be going for the art of acquiring, getting. But my friends, the time has gone. Now you get more and more joy and happiness by the art of giving. So I am here, came all the way from Trivandrum to communicate and share few straight thoughts for you, the audience here. So what I require is just the silence, because I take it very seriously, the message shaped for all of you. Distinguished guests and in the podium, distinguished audience, chairman and associates, I have not yet shaped what I should speak. That's why I asked for silent audience, because the work will be going on now. You have heard a lot about my biodata, but what is the message for this audience? Young students, boys and girls. Friends, my inspiration was my mother. I see a lot of ladies here, and ladies majority, this institution. I think the students, when they obey to their mother, mother expects a lot from you. She wants number one in everything. But can you? It calls for sacrifice. It calls for hard work. It calls for many other skills. But friends, today's generation, you have got the potential, capability, skill. I think whatever your mother or the parent expect from you, you can realize. That is the story of my biodata. Fortunately, I was lucky that I was a distinguished alumni of the top two universities in this country, Indian Institute of Science and National Institute of Technology, which was my mother's view. I was lucky to join ISRO when ISRO was zero. No building, no people, no team, no management, only one church building. That was the office. That was the inspiration. From there, we could realize, I think, on a very big scale, the Indian space program. Personally, I was lucky that I could contribute than anybody else in the organization for the launch vehicle development, including Mr. Kalam's photo here. I was started with the feasibility study manager. From there, gone to launch vehicle director of the India's first launch vehicle, SLV-3, for which Mr. Kalam was the project director. I was lucky to be the project director, mission director, and face mega failures, national failures, mega successes, national successes of ASLV launches. But all these things have resulted, my friends. Today, India is on the top list of the world in respect. It called for sacrifice, it called for hard work, it called for daring management experience. It required sleepless night. But that was the promise given to my mother. I will excel. Other than education, I thought that contributing for the space technology in a lifetime for more than 30 years is sufficient. Nobody voluntarily retires when you are on the top of the office. I had a passion, like your chairman, educational institution. Somebody came from Cochin that they have certain interest to start education institution. Can you chair? I said, I am taking rest after space. No, you come only once in a week. I think that was the starting point, and today it is one of the top institutions in Cochin, Vidya Bharati group of institutions. I think that is the institution which brought ACCA to this country. I too has gone to London to invite them to come to India to have that course. So I was lucky to contribute to the education. Apart from the space and education, I thought that something society must use it. Friends, you may not understand that I was a Rotarian for 50 years. Nobody lives, nobody is living as a Rotarian for 50 years in the world. But that was only to have some change of thoughts of serving. So these are all some of the contributions. Biodata has got nothing to do with reality. But this contribution has made specifically to satisfy the promise I have made to my mother. So this is an example, my dear friends, young boys and girls. So I have just gone out of the limit. At the outset, let me record my sincere thanks for coming here. Lovely green open auditorium, innocent people behavior without ego, I think, and a very sound activity for this education in this part of the country. So I am thankful to chairman and the team, chairman, senior principal, they all were communicating. I think I am thankful and appreciate, I think, their effort. Next point is, you have heard for the last 20 or 30 minutes the annual report. Today is UN Human Rights Day. So you are coinciding with the UN Human Rights Day. But there is a lot of similarity between what UN does and what you does. Educational service, you attest a global service, you attest global citizenship, you attest global peace, you have had the alumni in Japan peaceful areas. I think a large number of activities, knowingly or unknowingly, you attest, and let me appreciate for your annual 24th annual day today. But friends, young minds might think, what is next? What is the future? Past is passé, over. There is no point in rewriting your biodata and I was this, that and all the thing. I just got introduced just to say, that's all. But that doesn't mean anything in anyone's life. But future, this institution must grow. Many thoughts has to go in. Before you celebrating in this lawn in 2023, you should be ready to report something new for your institution. I think that is the future. You have to test the future. These are all my comments from the comments I was listening. Now let us come to the audience. I see 5 constituents of audience here. Number 1, the students, the actors, the heroes of today, the students. Number 2, the teachers, faculties. The most respected career in the world is the teaching. Third, you see the management. You heard that annual report, but behind that annual report, there was a vision of your leader. Managing the organization, managing the campus, managing the course, managing the students, managing the faculties, managing the teachers, ultimately managing everything. So the management also. The fourth is the parents who have come here. Parents, some of the parents are here. Your children is the biggest asset of a parent. Everybody knows. Your children is the biggest asset. So my message is that you must invest in your children, not in the buildings and real estate and land and things like that. Invest in your children. Get them the best degree from this country, abroad, anywhere, and let them lead a dignified, decent life. I think that is the message for the parents. The fifth constituent of this audience is the society here. People, society, community staying in and around this institution. What are you going to do? What are you doing? These thoughts has to go. Can you transform, convert this institution and this association to make known for the entire world something connecting with the Cape Comorin and your Marthandam here? I think that thoughts probably your chairman will speak after some time, so that what you can give to the society at large. So this is the 5 constituents. The thoughts came to me on these 5 constituents I am going to give as a message. Number 1, the students. The key component, the students, boys, girls. I will put it in not like a 10 commandments or 10 commitments. I think few points to remember. 1, your culture. How do you create a good culture, an amiable culture, a happy culture? How do you create? I think this has to be thought, because The culture of this institution or this Vidya Kendra is the culture of the students here, boys and girls. So you have to be aware that your culture is the face value of this institution. Number 2, in addition to academic excellence, your institution motivates and inspires you to participate in many of the cultural programs, sports programs, debate programs, and so on and so forth. So both academic excellence and non-academic excellence. Number 3, communication skill. If you really want to step into the ladder of success anywhere in the world tomorrow, you have to be a good communicator. You have to be a good listener. You have to be a good speaker. You have to have a good analyzer. You have to be a good debater. Communicate. Let us not debate in which language I must communicate. That type of narrow patriotism let us not bring. You have to communicate in a language which you will get job or employment or education anywhere in the world is the standard. Finally, education cannot be a luxury for today's standard normal people. It is for employment. It is for entrepreneurship. It is for engagement. You must get a good emoluments. So you have to understand that through education only a poor family can come up in life. The gap what we see between rich and poor can be bridged only through education, not any other way. Not charity, not philanthropy, not giving money, not giving infrastructure. It is only through education you can fill the gap between the richness and the poverty. Fifth point, we talk about others every time. We blame others, we praise others. But my question is, anytime have you discovered yourself? You have discovered many people around, but do you know your real strength, your weakness? Are you aware of you? So the self-discovery is a character which you have to inculcate. Next point is the attitude. Attitude is everything. They talk. Attitude of gratitude. I have not seen many people here around thanking. But you go to streets of Paris or any other Western countries, I think 10 times they will say, merci, merci, merci beaucoup. That means thank you, thank you, thank you, everything, gratitude. Whether it is with sincerity or no is not a question. The gratitude, attitude of gratitude. You have to have a gratitude with your family. Gratitude for the parents for looking after. Gratitude for the school and the teachers who really strives. So, attitude of gratitude. Daring self-confidence. How do you create self-confidence? Self-confidence cannot be taught. It has to be acquired. How do you do it? It can be done only through by yourself, learning, understanding, knowing, absorbing. I think with more and more books and information you get, the more and more confident you will be. Tomorrow's world, my dear friends, youngsters here, you may not have the parents as we had. There will not be many parents to guide you. Everything you had to do yourself. Self-sustainable character. You have to go out, you have to go for education, you have to do a job, you have to earn a money. Not parents gives this self-sustainability. It called for real responsible roles and accountability to improve the self-responsibility. The next point came to my mind is, you should not be satisfied with the status quo. Today, you have got a school, you have got a course, you have got a job, you have got a money. But continuous improvement is the vocabulary used by most of the developed countries. Kaizen. Have you heard about Kaizen? Japanese? Kaizen means continuous improvement. So any task what you do can be improved continuously. I am not going to talk much more only about the students because of the time. But one thing I would like to highlight, the students, teachers, management, parents, is that the per capita happiness one derive by attending the school must be maximum. A happy center. Education center is okay, knowledge center is okay. But are you happy to interact? Are you happy to learn? That how do you bring it is the strategy of the school authority. A happy institution. Next point is, you require tomorrow 3 core skills if you want to excel any job, any interview. 3 core skills other than your expertise. Number 1, language skill. It could be English, it could be your mother tongue, whatever, but the language skill, communication skill. Number 2, the emerging digital skill. Because fortunately or unfortunately, all of us are managed today by zeros and one, isn't it? Digital technology. So unless you are powerful in understanding the digital technology, you will not be able to succeed in life. And the third is, you have to have a world understanding. World is small. World is changing. You are not going to get a job in Marthandam or Cape Comorin or Trivandrum or Chennai. You have to search around the world. But you have got infrastructure today. You can go to America or Russia tomorrow within maybe few hours. Today it may be 20 or 24 hours, but tomorrow it could be 1 or 2 hours. But if you want to get a job in America or Australia, you have to be competent. There will not be somebody to recommend you. There will not be corruption. You have to be competent. This institution is already thinking, how do you generate the global competence, 21st century competence skill? List out. And so these 3 skills are going to be essential tomorrow if you really want to succeed in your profession. So students, I have addressed one component of the students. Let me come to the second constituent, the teachers. World is changing, especially in education, I think, inverted way. Today, the teachers has to be students, and students has to be teachers for effectiveness. It means teachers have to learn, continuously update. Obsolescence of the knowledge is happening at supersonic speed. Teachers has to update, get trained, read. But today you have got facilities to update. You don't have to go to this place, that place. With your finger palm, you can get the knowledge anywhere, anything. So teachers have to update. Teachers has to be periodically trained, because training brings in interaction with others, experience of the others. A good teacher, I think, must be able to network with professional teachers from within this area or within the country or abroad. So the management must support to create a good network for teachers. Teachers must organize conferences, workshops, training, not just teaching. Make students to participate. I think that will go in a different way. The schools must initiate more and more research. This is one of the UGC norm. Our education, the research component is much neglected. Research in the sense you are already surveying what is happening in the world and bringing out new additional things, new urge for the component. I think these things has to be there. The next, teachers has to be practical. There is again the comments of the UGC that our education is not practical. Teachers has to take the students anywhere and give them practical work, project work, implementing that project or conducting this event. The whole students will conduct. It's a practical. So teachers will be the inspiring, motivating force behind the students today and tomorrow. They will not be seeking your respect and fear. They actually yearn for your love and affection, fellowship, friendliness. It is not other type of discipline teachers expect. So a good teacher means good student, and teachers, I think, has to upgrade the institution. Many of the institution in this country is known in the name of teachers. That teacher is there, this expert is there, the whole thing. So teachers can do wonders. So my dear friends, you have to respect teachers. You have to give that mindset for the teachers. You have to give the peace of mind for the teachers to think, to assist you in your pathways. So let me go a little fast. The third component I said as management. Whatever we do, there has to be a clear-cut vision. In ISRO, one of the successful factors is everything is projectized and mission-oriented. Clarity of mission, clarity of objects, clarity of the very purpose of, I think, education, learning has to be analyzed and understood. This clarity and focus is essential, especially for the management side. The management is the real representative ambassador of this institution. How he goes, how he performs, how he acts, how enterprising is there. I think these are all matters. Fortunately, this institution, you have got a very good management. Before I giving some ideas, he was presenting, I think, words and words for leadership institution. That what does it shows? It shows entrepreneurship. Any manager has to be two characteristics. One is leadership. Second one is entrepreneurship. The entire world is dictated by the enterprises, companies, corporations, is it not? Because the finance comes from there, economy comes from there. So, I am sure this institution has got certain potential and your management will give the required vision and all of you has to support. The fourth component is the parents. Parents, I told that only one thing you carry out, you invest for education for your children. Not giving gold, not giving houses, not giving money. Educate the girl, educate the children and engage them. I think that is the parent has to see. Second aspect parent has to seek is, these days you have seen many of the problems of drugs and things like that. Who can control the students? Not just the school, it is the parent. Parent must be able to know the in and out of the activities of their children. Direct them, guide them, and try to assist him to seek a decent life. This is going to be very important these days for the parents. The last component is the society. You have school, you have children, you have got students, you have got money, but what is the society gets out of this? You have heard about CSR, corporate social responsibility. Every known company has got a budget for CSR. But I would say in my vocabulary is the campus social responsibility, CSR. I think your school be the first to start the CSR. I think a small portion of the money so that society. Through that society you start projects for the people around and build it and know the whole thing. All these things are possible if there is a mindset. I have specifically come here after seeing the friends here, the principal and the senior principal. They had the passion. They asked me whether I can come. I said, I will see the thing, it is come, because of their passion. So passionate teamwork. We are not going to take anything from this world. That time has gone. Acquiring, art of getting, selfishness. The real leader must be selfless leader. He is not to be, I think, praised by biodata and all. I think it has got no value, connected thing. The selfless leadership has to come. Then the things will change. The community will go. Because we have got good ambience, good greenery, good cleanliness, and seas around. I am sure if the effort is properly written and focused and supported by this audience, you will reach the real success. On behalf of myself and my family, I think let me wish the very best for this institution and its 5 constituents. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. That was indeed motivating and extremely informative.
Education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. Education is the most powerful weapon we can use to change the world. Now, the person who had consumed himself to change the society and like the darkness in the life of your children, I request our Administrative Officer Damodaran Pillai to facilitate.
Honorable Chairman, Advocate V. Rajesh sir, distinguished Chief Guest Dr. M. S. R. Dev, respected Senior Principal, respected Principal and respected Vice Principal, and all respected dignitaries seated before me, and dear parents, my beloved students, and dear teachers, dear ayahs, and dear drivers and friends. First of all, I extend my namaste to all of you. Dear friends, it is the auspicious day for NMVK family. I feel very happy to be the part of this establishment and witnessed its multifarious functions to discharge in this modern age. We know the students are the future saviors of our society, and school is the most important formal agency for the education of growing generation. In that concept, we provide a value-based education focusing on morality, righteous conduct, ethics, honesty, prem and brotherhood, etc. can be engraved in the young minds through supplementary teaching like spiritual education, moral education, book reading, yoga, martial arts and sports and games, etc. I have no doubt that if students are motivated properly, guide them correctly, would strive hard to achieve the expected goal without difficulty while through participating in various activities and practices. That is why we provide a strong foundation of our students. It is the vision of NMVK Kendra to become a school of excellence for education and learning and to succeed parents' expectations and aspirations by providing quality education, by introducing new teaching methodology and character building programs. It is the mission of NMVK Kendra to provide personality developmental programs and there to protect Indian cultural heritage and patriotism. Our Honorable Chairman, a man of vision, and his family and respected trust members devoting their lifetime for the progress of this institution. I extend my sincere thanks to our Honorable Chairman and Senior Principal. Our respected dedicated Principal, Sri M. Satish Kumar Sir, a devoted personality who worked hard for the progress of our students in both scholastic and non-scholastic activities. Our respected Vice Principal, Mrs. K. Sushila, who cares like a mother and monitoring the students for the academic improvements. I extend my sincere thanks to the PTA President and the executive members of PTA and all the members who are giving full support and cooperation in all the activities that we have undertaken, and I also extend my sincere gratitude to the previous PTA board members also. Dear friends, let us unite and work together to remember the golden period of NMVK in the years to come. I offer my felicitation to the teachers, ayahs and drivers who are rendering hard work for the progress of our school. I wish all the members of the teaching faculty and non-teaching success in all their future endeavors. I appeal to the respected parents and friends. to give your child in the hands of our principal. We moved a good citizen for better tomorrow. പ്രിയമുള്ളവരെ, NMVK കേന്ദ്ര അതിൻ്റെ 24ാമത് ആനുവൽ ഡേ സെലിബ്രേഷൻ ആഘോഷിക്കുന്ന ഈ ധന്യമുഹൂർത്തത്തിൽ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഏവർക്കും സുഖവും സന്തോഷവും സമാധാനവും സാഹോദര്യവും ഐശ്വര്യവും നിറഞ്ഞ ഒരു അധ്യയന വർഷം പുലരട്ടെ വിടരട്ടെ എന്ന് ആശംസിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് നമ്മുടെ ഭാരതത്തിൻ്റെ പ്രാചീന മുനിയുടെ ഒരു മംഗളശ്ലോകം ചൊല്ലിക്കൊണ്ട് എൻ്റെ വാക്കുകൾ ഇവിടെ അവസാനിപ്പിക്കാം. സർവേ സുഖിനം സന്തു സർവേ സന്തു നിരാമയ സർവേ ഭദ്രാണി പശ്യന്തു മാ കചിത് ദുഃഖഭാഗ് ഭവേത്. സർവേ സുഖിനം സന്തു, എല്ലാവരും സുഖമുള്ളവരായി തീരട്ടെ. സർവേ സന്തു നിരാമയ, എല്ലാവരും ആരോഗ്യമുള്ളവരായി തീരട്ടെ. സർവേ ഭദ്രാണി പശ്യന്തു, എല്ലാവരും മംഗളങ്ങൾ ദർശിക്കട്ടെ. മാ കചിത് ദുഃഖഭാഗ് ഭവേത്, ആർക്കും ദുഃഖമുണ്ടാകാതിരിക്കട്ടെ. എല്ലാവർക്കും NMVK കേന്ദ്ര ആശംസിക്കുന്നു, നന്മകൾ നേരുന്നു. ജയ് ഹിന്ദ്, നന്ദി, നമസ്തേ.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable message.
PTA is the strong pillar of all educational institutions. Here we have an energetic and vibrant personality with us. Let's invite our PTA President, Mrs. Vishnupriya, for her words. Welcome, ma'am.
ആദരണീയരായ മുഖ്യ അതിഥിക്കും മറ്റ് വിശിഷ്ട വ്യക്തികൾക്കും ബഹുമാനപ്പെട്ട അധ്യാപകർക്കും പ്രിയപ്പെട്ട കുട്ടികൾക്കും എൻ്റെ വിനീതമായ നമസ്കാരം. ഇന്ന് നമ്മെ സംബന്ധിച്ചിടത്തോളം മറക്കാനാവാത്ത ഒരു സുദിനമാണ്. വിദ്യാഭ്യാസമാണ് ഒരു നാടിൻ്റെ നട്ടെല്ല്. ഓരോ നാട്ടിലെയും ഒരിക്കലും അണയാത്ത അറിവിൻ്റെ വിളക്കുകളാണ് ഓരോ സ്കൂളുകളും. നമ്മുടെ നാട്ടിൽ മേൽക്കുമേൽ പ്രകാശിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്ന അറിവിൻ്റെ വിളക്കായി ഈ സ്കൂൾ ആരംഭിച്ചിട്ട് ഇന്നേക്ക് 24 വർഷങ്ങൾ തികയാണ്. ഇക്കാലം അത്രയുമുള്ള പ്രവർത്തനം കൊണ്ട് ഒരു നല്ല പേര് സമ്പാദിക്കുവാൻ നമ്മുടെ സ്കൂളിന് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട്. പ്രിൻസിപ്പലിൻ്റെയും അധ്യാപകരുടെയും പരിശ്രമത്തിൻ്റെ ഫലമായി പഠനത്തിനോടൊപ്പം തന്നെ കലാകായിക രംഗങ്ങളിലും മികവ് പുലർത്താൻ നമ്മുടെ വിദ്യാലയത്തിന് സാധിച്ചു. ഇനിയും ഒരുപാട് ഉയരങ്ങളിലേക്ക് നമ്മുടെ സ്കൂൾ എത്തട്ടെ എന്ന് ഞാൻ ആശംസിക്കുന്നു. ഈ സ്കൂളിൻ്റെ പുരോഗതിക്ക് നെടുംതൂണുകളായ അധ്യാപകരോടൊപ്പം പ്രവർത്തിക്കുന്ന PTA അംഗങ്ങൾ ഇവിടുത്തെ ഒരു പ്രത്യേകതയാണ്. സ്കൂളിൻ്റെ എല്ലാ പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങൾക്കും നമ്മുടെ രക്ഷിതാക്കളും അവരുടെ തിരഞ്ഞെടുക്കപ്പെട്ട പ്രതിനിധികളും ഒത്തൊരുമിച്ച് പ്രവർത്തിക്കുന്നു. ഈ സ്കൂളിൻ്റെ പുരോഗതിക്ക് വേണ്ടി സഹകരിച്ച എല്ലാ മുൻ PTA അംഗങ്ങളും ഞാൻ ഈ അവസരത്തിൽ നന്ദിപൂർവ്വം സ്മരിക്കുന്നു. ഈ അധ്യയന വർഷത്തിൽ എന്നെ PTA പ്രസിഡൻ്റായി തിരഞ്ഞെടുത്ത എല്ലാ സഹോദരീ സഹോദരങ്ങൾക്കും എൻ്റെ നന്ദിയും കടപ്പാടും അറിയിക്കുന്നു. എന്നോടൊപ്പം സഹകരിക്കുന്ന എല്ലാ PTA അംഗങ്ങൾക്കും ഞാൻ ഈ അവസരത്തിൽ നന്ദി അറിയിക്കുന്നു. ഇനിയും ഈ സ്കൂളിനെ ഉയരങ്ങളിലേക്ക് എത്തിക്കുവാൻ അധ്യാപകരോടൊപ്പം നമുക്കും സഹകരിച്ച് പ്രവർത്തിക്കാം. ധാരാളം ദേശീയ അന്തർദേശീയ പുരസ്കാരങ്ങൾ കരസ്ഥമാക്കിയ ഡോക്ടർ MSR ദേവ് അവർകളോടൊപ്പം ഈ വേദി പങ്കിടാൻ സാധിച്ചതിൽ എനിക്ക് അഭിമാനവും അതിലുപരി സന്തോഷവും ഉണ്ട്. ഈ അവസരം എനിക്ക് നൽകിയ സ്കൂൾ മാനേജ്മെൻറ്റിനും പ്രിൻസിപ്പൽ സതീഷ് കുമാർ സാറിനും എൻ്റെ നന്ദി അറിയിച്ചുകൊള്ളുന്നു. എല്ലാവർക്കും നന്മകളും ആശംസകളും നേർന്നുകൊണ്ട് എൻ്റെ വാക്കുകൾ ചുരുക്കുന്നു. നന്ദി, നമസ്കാരം.
Thank you, madam. Now, this is the time to honor our title holders. I invite Sujitra madam to come to the dais.
Good evening to all the dignitaries and the gathering who present over here for the 24th Annual Day Celebration 2022-23. Now it's time for appreciating our students for their academic excellence. On behalf of our management and my personal behalf, I humbly invite our chief guest, Dr. MSR Dev, to present the awards for our brilliant students. First of all, in the academic year 2021 in grade 12th, first place goes to Siva Darshini DV. She is receiving Scholastic Excellence Award. She is also getting cash prize sponsored by Kala Kumari in the loving memory of P. Vasudevan Nair, Pandaravilai, Chidral. Besides this, she is awarded for achieving high score in NEET examination 2020-21. Next, I invite Jashin Raj AP, who secured second place in grade 12 2021. To invite Aditya BS, who secured first place in grade 10 in the academic year 2021. She is getting Scholastic Excellence Award. Next, I invite Shaluka S., who secured second place in grade 10 2021. In the academic year 2021-22, Ajusha R.S. secured first place in grade 12. For her absence, her mother is receiving Scholastic Excellence Award and also cash prize sponsored by our dearest Parents Teachers Association. In the same year, Amirdesh Prashantan Dayal secured first place in grade 12th. On behalf of him, I request our dearest principal sir to collect the award. Amirdesh is received Scholastic Excellence Award and also cash prize sponsored by our dearest PT Association. In the academic year 2021-22, Siva Jagat DB secured first place in grade 10. He is receiving Scholastic Excellence Award. Next, I invite Vineshi V., who secured second place in grade 10. But he displayed a stellar performance by grabbing centum in 2 subjects in Tamil and Artificial Intelligence. He is receiving cash prize sponsored by our dearest Parent Teachers Association. He is also receiving a gift of appreciation from his dearest teachers, Mrs. Ashwani J. Nair, who handled Artificial Intelligence, and Mrs. Radhi R.P., who handled Tamil in the academic year 2021-22. Now it's pleasure to invite Mrs. Radhi R.P. She is awarded for academic excellence in teaching Tamil. Next, I feel so happy to invite Mrs. Ashwani J. Nair, awarded for academic excellence in teaching Artificial Intelligence. Immense pleasure to announce that Class Club Affairs Education Award 2022 backed by our school. I request our Honorable Chairman Advocate Judges sir to receive the award from our Honorable Chief Guest. Class Club Private Limited recognizes NMVK as the best school in 2022. Next, I feel so happy to announce the Scholastic Excellence Award for Anusri Anthony Q. She is not here now. On behalf of her, I invite our dearest principal, Mr. Sadish Kumar sir, to come over and collect the award. She is awarded for achieving high score in NEET examination 2022-22. Thank you so much, sir, for encouraging our students. Thank you so much.
Presenting gratitude is our culture. I invite our smart and energetic head by Master Sharavanan for delivering vote of thanks.
Joy is the simplest form of gratitude and it's the best attitude. Honorable and distinguished Chief Guest, Honorable and beloved Chairman, respected Administrative Officer, most respected Senior Principal, respected and ever supporting Principal and Vice Principal, ever helpful PTA President, my dearest teachers and non-teaching staffs and dearest parents and my lovely friends. It's a great joy that I stand here before you to propose the vote of thanks of this blessed occasion. God Almighty has been merciful enough to craft favorable atmosphere to accomplish this great event successfully. This evening has been painted in vibrant hues of harmony with our 24th annual day celebration 2022-23. As gratitude is a catalyst for happiness, my first step as head boy of this institution is to offer my heartfelt gratitude to my Creator above for all His abundance. Blessing. A man of few words and more action, I feel happy to thank our chairman, Advocate V. Rajesh. He is a philanthropist and has been doing his part well for the welfare of the society and youth. On behalf of NMVK and my personal behalf, I thank him in this occasion. Thank you, sir. A great visionary and an extraordinary human, a very dignified soul. He extracted time out of his busy schedule to grace this occasion. He shared his diligent thought with us, and it's surely going to guide us in the future. On behalf of NMVK and my personal behalf, I extend a heartfelt thank you note to our distinguished chief guest, Dr. M.S.R. Dev. Thank you, sir. An extraordinary human who brings our distinguished chief guest to this auspicious occasion. A special thanks to our dearest gentleman, Mr. Anil Kumar. Thank you, sir. A very strong pillar of support, a man of simplicity and sincerity, a well-learned man and living encyclopedia, our beloved administrative officer, Mr. Damodaran Pillai, has always been our well-wisher. On behalf of NMVK and my personal behalf, I thank him from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, sir. A well-learned woman of illuminating ideas. Words are not enough to thank our senior principal, Mrs. Manjula Rajesh, for her immense support. It's my privilege to extend my gratitude to her. On behalf of NMVK and my personal behalf, I thank you, ma'am. An exuberant soul and a blessed being inside out is the most prominent figure around and within foresight and judicial calculation. He is sure to rise this prestigious institution to the height of success. On behalf of NMVK family, my personal behalf, I offer my garland with gratitude to our dearest principal, Mr. M. Satish Kumar. Thank you, sir. She is mentor and a motivator. She is a great lady who extends her full support to all the activity of the school. She has always been quick to offer all her support whatever this occasion calls for. On behalf of NMVK, on my personal behalf, I thank our Vice Principal, Mrs. K. Sushila. Thank you, ma'am. Moving on, I express my gratitude to our PTA President, Mrs. Vishnupriya. She is a parent as well as a well-wisher. She has always been kept her best interest of the school in mind and has always been supportive and helpful. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you note to all our dear parents who come over here to bless this and watch our annual day. We feel privileged to have a chance to perform in front of you all. Thank you, parents. A teacher is one who shows us where to look and not tell us what to see. The students of NMVK are indeed fortunate that we have such benevolent, well-educated teacher and noble teacher to guide us. We are sure that our future is molded in right way with these teachers molding us in most wonderful manner to better human. A big heartfelt thank you to all my lovely teachers. Thank you to all the dignitaries, those who present on the dais and off the dais. Last but not least, I thank all the non-teaching staffs from the whole bottom of my heart. And I extend my most sincere and heartfelt thank you note to my lovely dear friends for making Exuberanza 2022-23 in a resounding success. Thank you all. Once again, thank you.
Thank you, all our parents and our well-wishers. We know you all are waiting for the energetic performance from our kids. We are ready to launch our program. Stay tuned here. This is our time to launch our program. With all the blessing of the God and our parents and our well-wishers, we are starting our program.